Hi there, I'm Birgit O'Connor and welcome to my studio. Now, we just finished a workshop called Big, Bold, Beautiful Color, and our primary focus was working with a large hibiscus flower. And the reason why we did this is because we wanted to use ample amounts of water and how to build that color saturation up to get the results that we want. Now, if you look behind me, you can see that this one over here, we're working on the foundation, and then we have two different ones on both sides here. This one is a little lighter and happier and with a lighter background. It's not as dramatic and it has an entirely different feel to it. And then with this one over here, it's much stronger, bolder, and just by adjusting a few different little things, it changes the painting entirely. Now, one thing I was thinking about this morning was how a lot of times people think they need to be perfect or paint exactly what they have in their mind. Now, it doesn't always come out that way. You may have an idea, but you have to really allow yourself the freedom to see where the painting's going and work with whatever's happening on the surface. So if we end up thinking that a painting needs to come out a certain way, or that we want to paint like someone else and it's not coming out that way, we can easily get frustrated or upset or want to rip up the painting, which I would never do. You don't want to rip up your paintings. I don't suggest it. I would keep it for another time and then revisit it. You don't need to make a collage out of everything. That doesn't work. Just there's lots of things we can do. And thinking about that, doing this workshop made me revisit some of my older paintings of other hibiscus that I did. Now, this technique, first of all, is something that I would use if I was doing a large 40 by 60 painting. And really what that means is that we have to use large amounts of water, bring the water out to a certain point, and then that edge of clean water will dry and be invisible. And so nobody will know that we actually worked in sections. So looking at the paintings that I did earlier that I thought didn't work at all, this is one of them. This was a full sheet painting right here. And I didn't know what to do with this. I didn't really know about how to get the depth that I wanted. And really, what it basically was is that I didn't understand about more mid-tone values. So looking at this now, I want that center to go back. And I would use the same techniques that I did here to push that center further into the flower and then work with more of the details. Now, that's another thing. A lot of times people forget about mid-tone values because you have a painting that's light or it looks like it's light, medium, and dark, and that's what people paint. And in between that, there's a wide range of values that really work to build depth and make your painting more exciting. So that's something that you really need to pay attention to. And in order for you to see the values, what I suggest to students to make it easier for them is to make a black and white copy or to do a thumbnail sketch using one color and then adjust different values by adding more water into it. So there's so much to talk about, but I think that's enough for you today. And the other thing, I always say this, I always come up with another thought. If you think your painting isn't perfect, we all have our own story. We have our own creativity that comes through. So try to embrace what you do and just work with it. Get out of your way and see what you come up with. So until next time, have fun and happy painting. Bye.